What's up, YouTube? How y'all doing? Insane girl gets boyfriend murdered at. I saw it. I was like, what? So we're gonna
Going
find
to be
out.
very
Like,
different than any video I've ever made on this channel because this isn't something we can laugh at. It's the
is this
exact
a video
opposite
game?
of a laughing matter, but I'm 100% certain that all of you watching this will come out knowing one thing. We can't trust anybody these days. That's really the one thing that stuck out to me in this story, and it's not just a couple of lies here and there.
Yo, this is a
was
game?
premeditated, calculated betrayal. I was so shocked going through all the details of what transpired, and I can't imagine how the parents and sister must have felt when they got this terrible news. I couldn't even
Holy.
comprehend what the scenes would have been like the moment
Star
they
Wars?
found out what happened to their son. It's really something I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. So with that being said, this isn't going to be a 1-hour investigative documentary. I'm going to try and present a fairly brief rundown of what happened and also share my opinions. So let's get into the story now. The situation deals with a kid named Ollie Stevens from Reading.
Yo, what
England,
game
and
is
He's
this?
only 13 years old, and I'm sure that some of you watching this video might be
13?
around the same age. He was just a kid with his whole life ahead of him. His parents said, quote, Oliver was an enigma, having both autism and suspected pathological demand avoidance. He became a challenge we never shied away from. He could get his own way with a wry smile and a cheeky grin. He always stood his ground.
Wait. He became a challenge we never shot. Oh, okay. I understood that different. I mean, still, that's good. His parents were there for him. He was hilarious, charming, funny. He could get
while having an amazing depth
cheeky
of love,
grin,
warmth, and wit. So Oliver had trouble expressing himself, and socially, he wasn't like the rest of us. He had certain cognitive weaknesses that
right, but he was still
and
he still
despite
lived
all
his
of
life.
that, he seemed to be a pretty loving and
Hey, yo, that's the fool from Shameless.
kind-hearted kid. As a lot of kids do these days, Ollie had a girlfriend, but this girl was certainly not like the other girls, and I mean that unironically and in a very, very bad way. So Ollie's girlfriend, who was also 13 years old, was sending, let's just say, photos of herself to another guy, and Ollie found out about this, and as the girl describes it in a Snapchat photo, he allegedly shouted at her, which I think is a completely normal response if you find your girlfriend cheating on you.
Yeah.
So here's a screenshot from Snapchat of what exactly she said. My boyfriend
There's a screenshot?
pissing me off lately, and yesterday he shouted at me for sending pictures to someone else with a straight-faced emoji. So I want to set him up to get robbed or stabbed, but not killed, so just stab him in the hand or something to teach him a lesson. I will bring him to the destination for you to do it. Snap me if you want to do it. Need it done this week. And at the very top, you can see that she named a price, 154 pounds and 94 pence, which is approximately $215. When I was 13 years old, I spent my days trying to troll people on Black Ops 2. I went around the neighborhood skateboarding and biking with my friends. We'd get pizza and watch some random movies on a summer night. Life was just so much more simple and innocent back then. I'm sure an overwhelming majority of you guys can relate. Yet here
She put a hit on her boyfriend, dude. What? She put a hit, and she said, "I'll help. I'll help." Like when you put a hit, you just, you know what I'm saying? Like you say, "Oh, you figure it out, bro. Like you do it. But you'll get." She even like 13. You're orchestrating this at 13. What, bro?
we have a 13-year-old putting out a hit on her boyfriend.
Where
the fuck did things go wrong in the girl's life? What did I just read? Not only was she cheating on her boyfriend, but she was willing to pay someone to inflict
on top of
bodily
that
harm on the kid, and she was also okay with leading him to the place where he would eventually get attacked.
Thank you, yo, I
don't get how a kid that is only 13 years old has a mind that is this corrupted. Now, you guys might be wondering who this girl is, and for certain reasons, I'm gonna have to blur out the face because she is underage, and I don't think I'd be able to share her name either. I'm not entirely sure what the legal rules are when it comes to showing the identity of a person who isn't an adult, so I'm gonna be a little cautious, but from what you can see, she looks like every Gen Z TikTok girl. It really goes to show you that you can't tell if a person is demonic just by looking at them. them. If I crossed paths with this girl at a grocery store, the last thing that would be going through my mind is that she was the mastermind, the orchestrator of a brutal and vicious crime. It's impossible to just look at a person and make conclusions about them. As the saying goes, you can never judge a book by its cover. I guarantee you that Ali would have never in a billion years have thought that his girl would have put out a hit on him. That's not
nobody, bro. Oh, wow, dude. Bro, that's why y'all gotta be careful who y'all put in your circle. Dang, dude. Bro, what? Oh my god, dude. What's crazy too, like, Ali reacted like everybody else would, you know what I'm saying? Be like, what do you... And then... Okay, it's just like taking a minute to like digest this, dude. Like Ali didn't even put out the hit, you know what I'm saying? If in most scenarios, I'm pretty sure it'd be the other way around, you know, like the person getting cheated on, like just angers out, lashes out, you know what I'm saying, because of like the emotions they're going through. And then nah, it was just the one that was cheating
that normal people do. So after that,
they're 13.
that Snapchat request went out, it was answered by an interested party. There was someone out there who was willing to accept a payment of $200 to drive a knife into someone's back, but it wasn't some dark web seasoned hitman who rocked a suit and tie.
It was a fucking, like a class roommate
carrying a suppressed sniper. It was instead another kid, another 13-year-old who was totally unfazed, totally cool about the fact that he was going to end someone's life with no remorse. Now, I can't tell what signs he's throwing up with his hands, but I can only assume that this kid has some type of affiliation with the streets, or it's very possible that he's just a wannabe. There aren't any details of whether or not he was part of some gang network. I don't know if this kid's got other friends who've done similar things. I wouldn't totally rule that out because, after all, you are largely a product of your environment. But here's a photo of him totally masked up with a samurai sword in his hand, and it said that this is the very weapon that was used to kill Ali. This ain't just a run-of-the-mill kitchen knife, it's a machete. Like, this is some 1600s medieval type beat. I don't even know where a 13-year-old is getting access to these types of weapons, but lo and behold, this is most likely what was used when the crime was committed. Now, police say that through Snapchat, these kids were able to lure Ali outside into a park just 250 yards away from his house, where he was knifed in the back of his
the neck.
Another source says he was also stabbed in the chest. A concerned citizen saw him fighting for his life and they tried to give him CPR. Medical professionals rushed over to see what they can do, but unfortunately, Ali was pronounced dead at the scene after sustaining those gruesome wounds. The killer unfortunately didn't even give Ali a fighting chance. He didn't even show him an ounce of mercy. 5 teenagers were arrested on suspicion of conspiracy to commit, and the latest
4 boys and a girl have been arrested on suspicion.
news showed that the 3 of them will be formally charged for this crime. The girl will also be charged with conspiracy to pervert the course of justice. She was accused of deleting information from her phone, and obviously when you start deleting stuff, that's an obvious sign of guilt. And at the end of this entire fiasco, we have a family that is scarred for their entire life. Ali's 16-year-old sister posted on social media, "I'm so sorry I failed you. I wish I could have saved you from it all. We will get justice for you, my angel." To think that if Ali's girlfriend didn't go on her Snapchat and post such a heinous thing, he would still be alive is just so sad. And when you read comments on Twitter that say, "Oh, she was just a kid," no, you fucking window licker. At the age of 13, you should know that paying someone to kill is not right. These aren't 5-year-olds. I understand if you want to excuse.
That is true. At 13, you're what? You're in middle school, you know? You're about to hit, like, once you hit high school, you know what I'm saying? Like, now, since I'm older, like, it's kind of like, nah, they're still young, you know what I'm saying? But nah, I remember myself in high school, like, I knew what was going, you know what I'm saying? I knew what was going on. Like, I felt like, in high school, I felt like an adult, you know? I mean, not like that, but, like, I was smart. I was smarter than some adults, like, on, like, dead homies. So it's like, what's it called? Like, it's not, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you need to keep that in mind. I mean, yeah, she's a year younger. Okay, in middle school, I still, you know, you're aware, you know, you know what's going on in life at that age. And then at what's it called? Like at 14, I mean, I literally like I'm saying like maybe even 13, just a year, but like I really maybe that's just me, I can't close myself off to me. I'm not saying I'm like Einstein, but I just know my point of view, like anything in life, honestly, you know what I mean? But yeah, like yeah, they're not 5, dude. They're
Who's a 13-year-old kid who might have stolen a Snickers from a 7-Eleven, but this situation is so much worse. Anybody that isn't a psychopath would know that what she did, even at her age, is completely inexcusable. And the same
I don't know what made her think. I mean, it's just your upbringing, it's just your environment, but like how? It's just crazy to bro, homie looks so gross. Oh my god. It's just crazy to think that like this happens.
people who are trying to excuse her are the same ones who, if the roles were reversed and a guy was the one who committed the crime, these people would be demanding he get sent to prison for life. I'm not sure
100%.
what that girl's parents were doing either. If you have a kid, they're your responsibility. This is just a mix of a failure in parenting 101 and a complete failure of a human being. So rest in peace to Oliver Stevens. It's terrible to think about how afraid he must have been when things went down. Nobody should have their life cut short like this. And I'm sure that girl has zero remorse for what she did. She's probably acting like she's a victim in this situation. I hope that justice will be brought to Ali and his family. I hope this girl and all involved aren't walking free anytime soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it had a completely different vibe to it than any of the other videos I've made on this channel. Please do leave a like rating and subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and follow me on Twitch and Twitter. The links are down in the description below. So with all that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. See you guys in the next video. Peace.
That's insane, man. I don't know. I'm gonna peep homie's other video because apparently this is the anomaly, kind of saying. And it was a good video nonetheless. It's just a sad video. Hey man, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. R.I.P. to Ollie, man. I can't. Wow, that's just crazy.